Okay, so once again, a very big welcome to each and every one of you here today. For those of you who have not met me yet, my name is Adrian Botha. More of you may recognize the voice from the Big Breakfast on OFM in the mornings. Yeah, this is the face. Sorry to disappoint you. So in the ever-increasing competitive world of sport, we know it is easy to forget that there are many sporting talents that have a burning desire to make it to the top level of sport. But often, they are not presented with the opportunity to showcase their skills in the hopes of getting to the top honors. Now, this talent often falls through the cracks and is often lost forever. However, between the 30th of September and the 3rd of October, we are going to take a putty knife and we are going to fill those cracks. As we provide a platform for hundreds of talented future footballing stars to showcase fancy footwork, vision, teamwork, and of course, their skills on the Windmill Park fields right here at Grey College for 6 consecutive years. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the media launch of the Nedbank Grey College Soccer Tournament. Now, before we proceed, I would like to take the opportunity to welcome some special guests present here today. Starting off with our representatives from Nedbank, we have Mr. Kevin de Beer, the Provincial General Manager, Mr. Jaco Kotze, the Regional Manager for Nedbank in Bloemfontein, Chantal Koen, the Provincial Sales Manager, Tutu Skosana, who is the Sponsorship Manager for Football Properties, and also Kagile Madingwana from the Nedbank as the Sales and Marketing Specialist. Now, I'd also like to welcome Terry van der Weitz from MultiChoice, Marlies Bekes and Lana Mayberg from Vodacom, Zakia Johnson and her colleagues from Hertz, representing iTech, Liesel Bekes and Elsje van der Westhuizen from SASFA, that's of course the South African Schools Footballing Association. It is Mr. Sekwane, and then also from SAFA, Mr. Matabako and Mr. Maduna. Now to all the members of the media present here today, thank you so much for your attendance, and thank you in advance for your coverage that you'll be providing for this tournament. Last but most certainly not least, Grey College Governing Body Chairman, Mr. Henry Buchner, as well as the Headmaster, Mr. Dion Skeppers, and his staff of this fine establishment that is Grey College, who I would also now like to invite to the podium to say a few words.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Adrian, for welcoming all our esteemed guests here this afternoon. I'm not going to use a microphone. I'm sure you can all hear me clearly. I would like to welcome all the sponsors present here this afternoon. I'll welcome you individually just now. Representatives from SASFA and SAFA. From SASFA is Mr. Sekwena, SAFA, Mr. Matubaku, Mr. Maduna. Always good to have you here. Perhaps there's some coaches and staff. I know they normally arrive, although they might be a little bit late. The media, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, without your presence here, we cannot launch this very special media event, the Nedbank Grey College Soccer Tournament for 2017. Please allow me to just say a special word of welcome to our representatives from Nedbank, who will be our main sponsor once again, Mr. Kevin de Beer, the Provincial General Manager. Kevin, great to have you here. Mr. Jaco Kotze, Regional Manager in Bloemfontein, Chantal Koen, Provincial Sales Manager, Tutu Sikusana, the Sponsorship Manager of Football Properties, and then Kiagile Madingwane, the Sales and Marketing Specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful to have you here, to have you on board again here at the Nedbank Soccer Tournament, the launch. Also, please allow me just to welcome some of our other sponsors, Terry van Witz from MultiChoice. I know Marlies Bekes and Lana Mayberg from Vodacom probably still on their way. I'm not seeing them here at the moment. Zakia Johnson and her colleagues from Hertz are also still on their way. Liesel Bekes and Elsje van der Westhuizen from iTech, welcome here. Let's give them a warm hand, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to have them on board. When we have this time of the year, I always tongue-in-the-cheek mention this. We have a policy here at Grey College, ladies and gentlemen, that boys are not allowed to play on our manicured lawns. And there's a special reason for that, because obviously with the drought that's still around us, and in Bloemfontein especially, we really try to keep our campus in good stead and in a good condition. But I can assure you, once we get to this time of the year, it is virtually impossible to keep our boys off our lawns with their soccer balls. And there's a very good reason for that. It's because it's the time for the Nedbank soccer tournament. So I would really like to thank you, first of all, Nedbank, as the main sponsor once again, Kevin and his team. I know you are fully involved in Grey College, and I also know that in the current economic climate, it's not always that easy to support schools, but you've never really walked away from a kind invitation to sponsor Grey College, and especially this event. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nedbank Grey College Soccer Tournament is really one of the premier schools events in terms of football, soccer in South Africa. And we're really proud to be associated and to host this wonderful tournament. But without the support of all our sponsors and you, the media, we obviously cannot host such a wonderful tournament. So we are certainly looking forward to this tournament. I think it happens in 10 days' time, if my memory serves me right. And it will be a great weekend at the end of September, start of October. So thank you for being here. Sorry, I also Mr. Sesele. He's normally not one of the people who are part of this gathering, but we from the Department of Education also like to welcome him. We are certainly looking forward to a very exciting soccer tournament, and we will have the draw soon. And obviously then we can enjoy some refreshments afterwards, but we're looking forward to having you here also at the end of this month, and thank you for coming out here today, and your support is really, really appreciated from our side. So enjoy the rest of our proceedings, and we're looking forward to a very exciting 2017 Nedbank Grey College Soccer Tournament. Thank you.
So, of course, with any big soccer tournament, there is loads of work that goes into an event such as this, and none more so than the organizing committee and also the governing body of sports for whichever sporting code it may be. In this case, I'd like to invite to the podium Mr. Sekwena from SASFA to give us a few words on the tournament and what we can expect.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The program director has already introduced me. I am Sekwena, representing South African Schools Football Association. All right, first of all, let me thank Grey College for staging this tournament. This tournament has seen some of the boys getting contracts with semi-professional and professional teams. Grey College, we also want to thank you for opening up your facilities to the general public so that these young boys can be able to showcase their talents. Secondly, I would also like to thank the coaches and team managers for the time that they take to prepare these boys for this competition. This competition is very tough. Yes, it's schools football competition, but it is pitched at a very high level. Hence, I take this opportunity to thank the coaches and the managers for the effort which they put to make sure that their teams are ready when the competition starts. And then to the sponsor, Nedbank, we also want to thank you as SASFA for sponsoring this school's football competition or event, which is key to football development in South Africa. We normally mention the players who graduate from competitions of this nature to professional teams, forgetting that schools football also gives an opportunity for coaches also to get contracts with professional teams. Football administrators who started with schools football structures, we have some of them who are occupying high positions in the football structures in the country. So this partnership actually builds not only the players, but also the administrators and also the coaches. I can make mention of a coach like Dan Malisela. I know Dan Malisela was once attached to a Transnet School of Excellence. Today he's a PSL coach. I can mention Rulani Mokoena, who was an assistant coach at Mamelodi Sundowns. He formed a formidable partnership with Pitso Mosimane and Mangoba Mgiti last year, and they conquered Africa. Today he's an assistant coach at Orlando Pirates, starting at Lapham High, where he was the coach of a high school. That is the importance of sponsoring or partnering with schools football. And lastly, as the economist will say, take care of the economy, and the economy will take care of the people. As a schools football administrator, I would like to say, take care of schools football, and schools football will take care of the country's football needs. I want to thank you.
Thank you so much to Mr. Sekwena. So that was a word from SASFA, the South African Schools Footballing Association. Now, when having a look at South African football in general, through thick and thin, there's always been one governing body that has been there to drive development, to drive support, and just to drive the overall sport within South Africa. So now I would like to ask, I would like to ask Mr. Matubako to please come up to the podium and have a few words.
Good day, colleagues. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Principal, thank you very much once more. As a representative from SAFA at the regional level and also at the local level, we wish to thank again Nedbank. Nedbank is our, if you are not aware, it's our FA Cup in the country. This is the only institution that really supports all football at all levels, from the amateur level, from SAB League, ABC, NFD, and the Premier League. So we really appreciate to have again Nedbank, especially supporting schools. Without the football schools, we won't have best players at our leagues from the local level, regional level, and the provincial, ultimately at the National Soccer League, which includes NFD and the Premier League. Mr. Principal, really we appreciate for your school again as having the best facilities that can host this kind of magnitude tournament. This is actually is a inter-provincial league. It should be pitched very high. Be aware, colleagues, that it will be starting when we have our match here, Springbok playing Wallabies. So everybody will be coming in Bloem. So we expect miracles in Bloemfontein, especially on that day. To be having Nedbank here, Springboks. Forget about the past results. We are moving forward. So from SAFA, we appreciate, because as Mr. Sekwena has already alluded, that it's also producing not only administrators. We are looking at our referees. Out of this kind of league, tournament or a championship, we'll be also assessing our referees. It means we'll get the best referees out of the province. So, Nedbank, keep it up. We are supporting you thin and thick. We are really appreciating what you are doing, not necessarily in football, in sport, but other sectors we have seen you are making impact. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Keep it up, Nedbank.
Thank you so much for Mr. Matubako from SAFA for that few words. So a couple of weeks ago, my boss, Mr. Nick Evstatia, he asked me to play in a golf day that he couldn't play in. And just shortly before the golf day, he then said, sorry, you've been kicked off the team because there's someone from Nedbank that is taking your place. And much to my unhappiness, said, okay, fine, let's do that. And while Mr. Matabako was having a few words, I just asked Mr. Kevin De Beer was it maybe him that played in the golf tournament? And he said, no, he doesn't have that sort of luxury, so it's fine. It seems as if we are okay. We are okay. So I'd like to invite Mr. Kevin De Beer from Nedbank to come and have a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. To the headmaster, the teachers, the pupils, past pupils of this prestigious school, as well as members of the media, as well as then other co-sponsors, a warm and wonderful welcome to the official launch of the Nedbank Grey College soccer tournament. At Nedbank, we pride ourselves on being money experts who do good. And part of our brand essence is all about investing in the passion of clients and the communities that we serve. At Nedbank, we believe that developing communities through sport and participation is a key fundamental to unlocking the legacy of inequality in our beautiful country. Our long-standing involvement in South African sport has come for a long period of time, over many sporting codes. The most recent, the Nedbank Golf Challenge, known as Africa's Major, which we've been sponsoring for 36 years. Ironically, our involvement in soccer is a decade long, and it is characterized by a sponsorship of one of South Africa's most admired soccer tournaments, the Nedbank Cup. The Nedbank Cup is a soccer tournament where amateurs and professionals can go at each other like David and Goliath from the Bible. But the Nedbank Cup is more than just amateurs and professionals going against each other. The key to the Nedbank Cup is the developmental element that Kiona brings to the development of soccer in South Africa. We hope to use these elements as fundamentals and fuse them into the Nedbank Grey College soccer tournament going forward. Our Nedbank Kiona Team Search, which is a talent identification program, has seen thousands of players from around the country showing off their talents in a bid to be scouted by some of the country's key clubs and professional teams. Over the past 5 years, we've had 11 players get offered lucrative contracts through PSL clubs and National First Division clubs. Well, one of our products, after 2 years of being selected through the Nedbank Kiona team selection, has made the Bafana team. As money experts who do good, we could possibly not allow these young players to go into the heart of soccer without the necessary support. And through that, we've introduced the Ring of Steel program, which is an initiative aimed at providing boys with life skills, mentorship, financial assistance, advice, as well as other tools to cut it in professional football. At Nedbank, we believe that football is the same as managing your finances. You must have a goal, you must be committed to it, you must select the team to help you realize those goals. That is why we have not hesitated in sponsoring the Nedbank Grey College soccer tournament, as it aligns with our aim of developing players and future talent, as well as affording players the opportunity to be able to play football. All of the pupils playing at the Nedbank Grey College soccer tournament will follow in the footsteps of many players who are now playing for famous clubs like SuperSport United, being Bradley Grobler, Dino Visser, as well as Musi Mashaba, and then Bloemfontein Celtic player Segofatso Mabasa, who has also been a recent inclusion into the Bafana squad, who is a alma mater from Grey College. The great Nelson Mandela once said that sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire, and it has the power to unite people. in a way that little else can. We at Nedbank are proud to sponsor an event such as this one, and we trust that the sponsorship will continue to create opportunities on and off the field of play for your benefit and for the years to come. And we continue to see money differently, and the good that comes with it when used appropriately. I'd like to wish all the teams good luck in participating, and also just to remind them that they're not representing their schools only, but they're representing their communities as well as their families. Let's make this tournament one that is played in the true spirit of the beautiful game, which is fair play whether you win or lose. I would also like to encourage players to get to know their opponents during the course of the tournament, because you never know who your team member will be when you make it at professional level. Also remember that at the Nedbank Great College Soccer Tournament, there's a lot at stake. There's an overseas trip, an overseas soccer trip that is, for a combined squad that will be selected from the participating teams. And I'd also like to then end off by expressing my gratitude to the organisers, Ludwig, the officials, the volunteers, the coaches and the teachers for your hard work with leading up to this tournament. Your selfless contribution will make this experience for the boys something they'll never forget. And I appreciate that. Good luck to all the schools participating. And then to the players, always remember that you want to give it your best shot, because you never know who will be looking out to select you for the next PSL opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to engage you.
Thank you so much to Mr. Kevin de Beer from Nedbank for that, Kevin. Without Nedbank's help, a tournament such as this would not be possible. So I think from all stakeholders, everybody involved, to Nedbank, again, thank you very much. So as you can see behind me, there is a screen with 20 names on it. These are the 20 teams that will be taking part in this Nedbank Great College Soccer Tournament. And all of them will be vying for top honors, of course. Now, there's a lot of work that goes into planning a tournament such as this. There's a lot of work that goes into putting together the teams and everything, all the finer details. And there's one title that few people want, which is tournament director. However, there is one person who is the terminator of tournament directors. And to take us through the groups, the draws, the format of the tournament, I'd like to invite the tournament director of this Nedbank Great College Soccer Tournament, Mr. Ludwig Kukumoto.
It's truly humbling standing here. I had a look at all the familiar faces and somehow less familiar faces, but all supporters of this wonderful tournament. It's truly humbling. I'd like to acknowledge all the role players here, various role players, the members of our LOC, especially Mr. John Ross Prince, who's been immense behind the scenes. If you don't know him, it's JR. I like to call him John Ross, that's more official. Mr. Neil Lombard, you wouldn't believe the hard work he puts in behind the scenes to get the stats up and running, and this fantastic program that both of them sort of refined. Mr. Dwan Loadsher, Marzan Venter from the marketing and sponsorship managing side, thank you for your role that you played. Then the coaches out there, this is a historic first for us. Mr. Hannes Nienaber from Fanstream is here. You can't miss him, he's the guy with the green jacket. I think it fits in with the theme today. Thank you very much. And all those coaches watching from Cape Town, Joburg, Durban, I hope you appreciate what has been done by the sponsors. But without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the teams. I'm quite excited to say that we've got 5 local sides here. Martins, Nijvelsig, it's about time that you're back. Mr. Moholo, the man from Tsotsoletso, Mr. Nick Coopers from Grey College. Mr. Lee Bateman is not here at the moment. And HTS Louis Botha will also be participating. These schools are local schools, but they've got a proud soccer tradition, and it's fantastic to be associated with these schools. I think Kevin, you mentioned Benoni. They're renowned for producing Bafana players. A guy like Rowan Fernandez, if you want to remember somebody, comes from Benoni. Then Brebno High, they just ended runners-up. These are champions of champions that are here. George Campbell's all the way from KZN, very technically sound team. I think some of their players play for Amazulu. Then Grey College itself, HTS Louis Botha, you know their history. JP, Kes, we spoke about the Springboks. I think you know the hooker Malcolm Marks, he actually played centre back against us. He was massive, and we thought we're going to just, Shabobo, play around him. We couldn't get past this guy. Now he's playing rugby. Morningside as a team from Port Elizabeth. I'm quite excited to have them here. It's good to get new flavour, new competition in. And from what I hear, they're going to be stiff opposition. Naval I mentioned Norcombe Park. They've just won the annual St. Peter's Festival. They won the tournament that we went over. They went with us to Spain last year. They actually won the tournament as a team. So you can see the quality we have. Northwood, Parktown, Robinvale, Sports Academy George, St. David's, Strelitzia High, from up in Utenay, Tsotseleto, I said, Vic Park. I think it's your valley. Didn't you go there? Then Westville and Wynberg Boys High. I think these are my colleagues from HTS. Norman, welcome. It's good to have you guys here. Okay, we're going to go over to the draw. As you'll see, I'd like you to watch the screen, please. We'll start. Thank you. So we're going to draw Group A, B, C, D in that sequence. So just bear with us. Look at the number on the side there. Number 4. Grey College will be in Group A. And you can't tamper with this. I just want to say it's done electronically from what I've been told. Okay, number 19, Westville Boys High, Group C. Norcombe Park. It's a relief to avoid them for now. I think it's a fantastic program this year. I don't know how they do it, but it's done. Should be the last team, I suppose. Wynberg. Am I correct? Just wait. Sorry, wasn't it Wynberg? Oh, you've got them, yeah. JP, we've got. Thanks. Number 2, Brebner. Number 11, Northwood. Number 7, Kes. King Edward the 7th. Number 1, Benoni. It feels like playing the lotto, this, doesn't it? Sports Academy George. St. David's. Honest, can I ask you, is it running? Well done, thank you very much. As I said, it's a historic first to have a live streaming of this. I'm very excited about the prospect. And while we're waiting, number 13, Robinvale High. The plan is also for this company, Hannes' company, to do live streaming of the two main fields for the duration of the tournament. So people that cannot make it here can actually watch the games live. Strelitzia. Tsotselezo. They're going to be good. George Campbell. The last team in Group A. Listen, Nick, I thought you can't manipulate this. Sorry, Louis Buerta, it's fine. We'll just fix it. We'll fix it now. So this program just runs, so you have to be on your toes. Number 9. Should be the last one, Navels. That's it. I think that concludes the draw. You can take your time and have a look at this. I'll just remind the teams, if I can speak to them directly as well from the outside, we'll post these results and the fixtures as soon as we can. Are there any questions? Thank you very much, sirs. Any questions at this stage? I'll hand over to Mr. Buerta again. Thank you.
Okay, so just to have a quick recap of those groups in Group A, Grey College, Jeppe High, Benoni, Poton Boys, ATS Louis Buerta. Moving on to Group B, Westville Boys High, Brebner, Sports Academy George, Strelitzia High, Morningside High. Then in Group C, we have Norcombe Park, Northwood High, St. David's, Tsotselezo and Victoria Park High. And the last group, Group D, Wynberg Boys High, King Edward, the 7th School, as well as Robinvale High, George Campbell High, and Naval 6. So as Mr. Kukumur said, they will get those fixtures out to all of those teams as soon as is possible. So to whether it be media, any of those present here, any questions again that you could potentially have that you would like to direct at anyone? None. Okay, so that does then conclude the draw. That does conclude the launch. There will be a couple of photo opportunities. There we go. So there will also be a couple of photo opportunities for members of the media and anybody else. And then there will also be refreshments served. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here today at the media launch. We look forward to seeing you at the tournament itself, which gets underway on the 30th of September and will be carrying on until the 2nd. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Travel home safely, and we look forward to seeing you here in future.